Hey, I am Ange, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through on how to clean your hydration reservoir. And when I say hydration reservoir or hydration pack, hydration core, or hydration bladder, just know that I am talking about just one thing, and that's your hydration reservoir. So I pulled out my reservoir, my bladder, my core from my leatt 1.5 liter pack. And if you're anything like me, you probably haven't cleaned your hydration pack in a while, if ever. And they say to clean your hydro pack after every use for it to last longer. But let's be real, let's be honest, and acknowledge that that just doesn't happen every time. So in this video, I'm going to clean my leatt 1.5 liter hydration bladder, and I'm also gonna clean my husband's hydration reservoir. So I'm gonna show you how to clean them, the supplies that you're gonna need, and how to hang dry them. And you can join me too, grabbing the following. One, you need your dirty hydration pack and the tube. You're gonna need a hydration cleaning kit with brushes. I ordered mine from Amazon, and I will have that link in the description below so you can order yours. Or if you have any other brushes that you have lying around that you use to clean bottles with, that will do as well. Third, you're gonna need dish soap or bleach or baking soda or cleaning dishwash tabs, depending on how nasty and gross and moldy your reservoir is. Next, you're gonna need a cloth. Number 5, you're gonna need a sink or a bucket that you can pour the water into. And number 6, which is not shown, you're gonna need a place to hang dry your hydration packs. All right, let's start cleaning. These are the items that I have, including my reservoir pack. I also have Kenny's reservoir pack that I am going to be cleaning as well. Got my sink here, and let's do this. Okay, first I'm going to inspect my reservoir and see how dirty it is, what's growing in there, and decide if I'm gonna use dish soap, if I'm gonna use bleach, baking soda, or the dishwasher tabs. They do say that if you have a lot of bacteria growing and it's growing some mold in there, to use the dishwasher tabs because that's gonna kill off everything. Yeah, so let's inspect our bladders and figure out what we're gonna use. So, my biggest concern, I don't know if you can see that in here. It might be really hard to see on camera, but I have quite a bit of mold built up in my tube. So I'm definitely going to use maybe even baking soda through my tube. I think that my pack, hydration pack, is looking pretty good actually. I might just use dish soap. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna use dish soap, and I'll see how that goes with the tube. And if I need to do a second rinse, then I will go through with baking soda. Okay, detected and determined, and let's get at it. All right, and I'm gonna quickly point out some of the brushes. So in that kit from Amazon that I bought the hydration pack cleaning kit, and it came with a hanger, a brush, another tiny scrub brush to get in all those little corners. Also a long tube with a brush on the end. I don't know if you can see that. That's gonna go through the tube. And if you guys don't have a brush, I also have a bottle brush, and I also do have another scrubber brush, and that's because, well, my little one, Billy, she just got off of bottles. So that's why I have these items. If you don't have any brushes to clean bottles with, then I highly suggest on ordering this kit. Again, I will have that linked at the bottom in the show notes so that you can order your Amazon kit. And they're relatively inexpensive, and they're just really good to have. And then that way you will just be more inclined to cleaning your reservoir more often. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill both hydration packs with water, and recommended to do this over a sink, or if you're not in a house and you are maybe out and about, if you have a bucket or some water in a jug, you can do it that way. All right, so I'm gonna use just some lukewarm water, and I will fill these packs slightly. I'm gonna add my dish soap, and then that way it's diluted, and we'll get that in there. Okay, and I'm going to seal that up. like so. I'm going to swish that around, get that in there. And I'm also going to get some of that soapy water into the tube. So I'm going to squeeze the mouthpiece and I'm going to lift my hydration pack high up so we can get some water flowing. And when I know that there's water flowing is when water starts to come out. Maybe. Let's see. Do I want to do this? Oh, it's locked. Okay, so make sure your mouthpiece is not locked. That's why there was no water going through. I was wondering. There we go. Mine was stuck. Hola. Okay, it's definitely gonna need some major cleaning. Okay, let's give that a try again. There we go. Okay, so we got water flowing. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in the sink. They say to leave it for 20 minutes and then I'll catch you in 20 minutes. I'm gonna do the same thing with Kenny's hydration pack. All right, and I'm gonna give both of those a good shake. Same thing. We'll make sure this is unlocked. Oh, it is, yay. And we'll get the water flowing. Yes! Oh, that's such a good sign when that happens. Woo! Okay. I'll report back in 20. While I'm waiting, I'm going to take apart my brush that goes into the tube. This is kind of a handy little tab. Hopefully it doesn't get wrecked or lost because I feel like that was really nice to keep that all tucked away. And then that way it's not just a random thing floating around the house. All right, time is up and we are going to start scrubbing these reservoirs, these bladders, these cores, your hydration packs. Let's go. Okay, let's put Kenny's to the side and let's start with the leatt one. All that soapy water. And I'm actually going to give it a bit of a rinse. And what I just did is I actually just took apart the tube because I'm going to clean that with the scrub brush after. So with my scrub brush, I'm going to start with this and then I'm going to use the little guy for when I get into the corners. So we're just going to give that a scrub. And what I'm doing actually is holding the bladder as I give it a scrub. Then that way it's really scrubbing the inside so it's not so mildewy or moldy. It has that, you know, that slime texture where water has been sitting for a while. Anyways, we're gonna scrub that. Sure. I'm going to use now the little guy. And I am going to start getting into kind of the corners. Now be careful as there is metal on the end of your scrub brush and you don't want to poke holes. That would suck. So just be gentle. But you can rub in between your fingers just to give the bag a scrub in the inside. I must say this is very satisfying. Oh, I'm so happy I'm doing this. Okay, so let's rinse those brushes. And now I'm going to rinse this guy out as best as I can. And we're just gonna do a couple of dumps here. I'm gonna do one more rinse with hot water. Give it a shake and do that. So now I noticed that there's actually some soap in the connector to my tube, to my bladder. So I'm going to take the small brush and I'm going to give that a bit of a scrub and rinse that out as well. So I'm gonna take this brush and scrub it to the best that I can and we'll slowly rinse that part out. Great, I'm going to make sure I get all this water out and I'm going to put that to dry on the cloth. All right, next is this fun guy. Oh. Woo. We are going to put this through and I believe I might have to take this mouthpiece off. So I'm going to put this scrub end, insert it like so, and we are going to give it a scrub. So we're gonna push it in and then pull it out. And every time I push it in, it'll go a bit further and then come out. All right, so let's see if I can at least get a little bit of soap in there. I know that's not really, or water. And let's just keep going. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I got it off. So I just really had to pull that really hard. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to show that to you guys. There's definitely some mold, some dirt. My mouthpiece drags sometimes on the ground. It gets into the mud, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna let this soak with some soapy water, maybe even some baking soda, and let that soak for 20 minutes while I am scrubbing the tube, and I'm gonna scrub the other bladder. So I'm just gonna pour this glass with some hot water. I'm going to put half a teaspoon of baking soda in, or maybe a little bit less than that, maybe a quarter. Let's do a quarter. So I'm gonna put quarter spoon of baking soda. I'm going to give that a stir. And I'm going to put my mouthpiece in there. And I'm actually gonna take off the other mouthpiece and let it sit. And let it do its thing for 20 minutes. In the meantime, I am going to take my scrubber and I'm going to start cleaning out this part. And I'm going to stick this in on this side. So this one's a bit trickier because you gotta bend it, but that's the beauty of this tube. And give that a good scrub. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to reconnect my end tube back into the reservoir, into your hydration pack, snap that back in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna give that tube a rinse. So in order to give this a rinse, we need to fill our pack with some water. In order for us to do that again is have your nozzle open and lift your reservoir up and just let it flow, baby. Let it flow. It's gonna take a while. And while the mouthpiece nozzle part is cleaning, it's soaking, we, my friends, are done scrubbing our reservoir pack. So last step, I got this beautiful hanger with my cleaning kit. And so I am going to hang dry all of these. And this is the most important step, is to make sure you dry these out completely, and that way to avoid any more growth of the nasty stuff. Let's figure this out. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in and let that, oh look at that, it fits, I think. And I'm gonna hang it to dry, and I'll show you where I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this is my little coffee station, and I have this fake planter thing. I don't know really what it is, but anyways, this is where I'm gonna hang my reservoir, and I'm going to hang it so that it dries, and I'll probably do that for a couple days. I'm not riding, it's winter, so I'm not gonna need this anytime soon, but we'll just let it get the air through it and dry it completely out. So I'm going to hang that right there and let that do its thing. And there, done. And because we have more than just one hydration reservoir, that's why I bought 2 packs, so that I can hang dry multiple hydration packs rather than just one. And knowing me, knowing us, we'll probably lose one of these little gadgets, one of these cleaning supplies. So it's always better to have more than just one. And again, I think they were like $12. They were definitely under 20. So yeah. All right, and the last piece to the puzzle is my mouthpiece. The last piece is the mouthpiece. So I'm gonna give that a scrub as well, and I'm gonna use the little brush. Wow, I honestly can't believe this. This is very satisfying. And it's actually like, yeah, it's kind of dirty, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how well this kit really actually cleans. So I'm gonna give that a rinse. I'm actually gonna attach this back onto my tube to the reservoir and let it dry out. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna let it sit here on my cloth and let it dry out. So the conclusion to this big clean of our hydration reservoir packs is that after a long dirt bike trail ride, or if you spend, a few hours in the enduro park, it's gonna be dusty, it's gonna be muddy. Your tube mouthpiece has probably hit the ground more than you would think. And again, with the dust particles that come up if you're chasing after your buddies, it's a dust storm out there on the trails. And so I think we just need to spend a little bit of time after you get your cleaning supplies, the proper cleaning supplies, and just start rinsing out our packs after every use. Or if you're riding, 3 days consistently, after that 3-day mark, empty out the water. What I do, if there's water left over in my reservoir, I will empty that into a cup. I'll use that water to feed my plants, put it into the humidifier or my diffuser. So that way I'm recycling the water from my hydration reservoir. Empty it out, give it a quick rinse, give it a quick clean. It doesn't really take that much, it just takes time. And if we can dedicate some time to cleaning our stuff, then hey, you know what? Our packs, our dirt bike gear, everything lasts a lot longer. And that is how you clean your leatt hydration pack, or any hydration pack at that matter. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below in the comments section, or you can send me a DM over on TikTok. I would be happy to continue the conversation on how to clean our stuff, because I'm trying to get better at cleaning. And speaking of dusty trail rides, if you haven't seen it yet, we went to Bear Creek in Kelowna for a Thanksgiving camping dirt bike extravaganza. It was so much fun. The weather was beautiful. We went with some friends, we did some camping, and there was a lot of trail rides that was put in. So you can check out that video over here or over here, anywhere on the screen, and go check that out. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for cleaning your pack with me, and I will catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep killing it safely and enjoy the ride. Go brap your hearts out, and I'll catch you again next time.